Hi everyone, welcome back to Falcon's House. This is the Lost Watch vlog. Today I am covering Season 3, Episodes 6 and 7. I am dropping the 2 episodes per video since I think 10 minutes is a better length than the 15 minutes to 18 minutes that the previous videos were, and it does stretch out the series a little bit longer. I'm probably not going to end up doing 4 episodes a week, probably just 2 episodes a week. So it'll probably be about another 6 months or so before I am actually done with the videos for the series, even though I probably only have about 3 more weeks or 4 more weeks before I'm actually done watching the episodes. Now, most of this is pre-written, so it's not like I'm using future knowledge to affect my opinions in the past. So it shouldn't affect my outcome of how I think about each set of episodes or where I think the story's going or anything like that. Anyway, let's talk about these episodes. Locke lies about how Echo died and says that it was an animal instead of the smoke monster, and that he is going to bury Echo rather than bring him back to the beach, and then because everybody else has already been through too many deaths, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he's so worried about this all. Like, he can just say whatever happened, and there shouldn't have been a big deal about it. Saeed asks Locke what really happened, and he says that it was the monster. And he thinks that the monster may have been what brought them to the island. Or maybe not to the island, to here, which could have been a lure to bring them out into there so that it could attack Mr. Echo or whatever. I am really curious to see what is going on. Like, obviously this monster is intelligent, and maybe it was what was mimicking Echo's brother, Yemi, but I don't know if that's the case or not, or if it was just another ghost thing that people are seeing. It seems to be able to communicate with imagery, and so that's pretty interesting. I don't really know what is going on or why it makes the noises that it makes. It's still a pretty interesting thing, and we've only seen it a few times. Like, it was introduced really early in the show, and then it's only popped up very sparingly since then. I think that what Rousseau had said about it being a security system for the island makes a lot of sense. But I don't know why this island has intelligence, or what its actual purpose is. It just saw Echo as a threat. Locke sees that Echo Stick has a message, and it says, "Lift up your eyes and look north, John, 305. So he sees it meaning him personally, John, rather than biblical John. And so now his faith in the island has been restored after he had lost it about the button pressing and everything that went on in the hatch. In the flashback, Kate is living in Miami while on the run from the U.S. Marshals. I would think that it would actually be hard to stay hidden since she isn't wearing any disguises and she's living a normal life, it seems like. She is using a fake name, Monica, and she gets married to a police officer and is given a family heirloom by her mother-in-law that is a gold locket. She's living this normal life and being married and everything else when she decides to call the marshal and tells him that she doesn't want to run anymore and she wants him to stop chasing her. He says that she can actually settle down. If she can actually settle down, he will stop, but he knows that she won't, that she can't do that. She can't not be the person that she is. She doesn't want to just be a housewife. She stays in that life until she thinks that she is pregnant and takes a pregnancy test, which is negative. She then realizes that she doesn't want this life and tells her husband the truth about herself. She then drugs him so that he can't chase after her and gives him back the locket. I don't know if this past story really influenced very much. Like, it just seemed like kind of a throwaway story about Kate not being able to settle down or be anything. Like, she needs to be on the move. She needs to be doing stuff. But I don't think overall it was a very important story to the overall storyline. Not like some of the other flashbacks that really dug into the way the characters are. Back on the island, Jack decides that the tumor that is on Ben's spine will become inoperable within a week, and then after that he will die from it. He says that he won't do the operation because he doesn't think that they will free him afterwards. Juliet asks Kate to get Jack to do the surgery, and as she tries, telling him that they will kill Sawyer for revenge if he doesn't cooperate. Jack still refuses to do the surgery. When Kate goes back to her cage, she climbs out again and goes to Sawyer's cage and breaks the lock off and tries to get him to escape, saying that he needs to try to save his own life. Sawyer tells her that they are on a different island and not the main one, and there is not anywhere for them to go, and that he didn't tell her because he wanted her to have hope. Kate and Sawyer have sex, and Jack is able to leave his cell after he finds that the door wasn't locked. He finds another room with surveillance cameras and witnesses Kate and Sawyer. Ben shows up and they talk, and Jack agrees to do the surgery if Ben will let him off the island. I think at this point, Jack is just mad that Kate likes Sawyer, and it's kind of an emotional judgment to try to leave. And that Ben knew this, and Ben set all this up basically to allow it to happen. This is another Ben manipulation, but I do think it's a bit far-fetched because they had so many moving pieces to line up. Like, how did he know that Kate and Sawyer would have sex in the open, even if he knew that she had a way out of the cage and that knew that Sawyer wouldn't escape? Once Jack starts the operation, the guy who hates Sawyer, Danny, decides that he can kill Sawyer while Ben is in surgery without repercussions. He holds Kate at gunpoint so Sawyer will surrender, and he does. He then gets a call on the radio from Tom and is told that he needs to put Kate on the radio. Jack has cut Ben's kidney sac and is using it as leverage to get what he wants. But he doesn't know that they are on a different island. He tells her to run. So he doesn't know that they have no way of escaping, but it does still help them. It prevents Danny from killing Sawyer right there and getting revenge for Colleen. And so this definitely seems to still be useful for Jack to help them out, but they still don't have a way off the island. According to the wiki page, this was the last episode in the mid-season break, so it would have been quite a cliffhanger to end on. There was then a 13-week break. I think watching the show at a faster pace than originally ran affects the way I perceive the cliffhangers. Not that I plan on waiting 13 weeks or longer between seasons to emulate that experience, but I definitely feel like, oh, this thing happened, there was a big cliffhanger, but I can just turn around and watch the next episode. So it doesn't really matter as much. But it still is interesting to kind of see and kind of think about how these episodes ending and having going on a break might affect things. In the next episode, Jack is still operating on Ben, and he is told by Juliet that Kate and Sawyer don't have a way to escape because they are on a different island. Jack then tells Tom that Juliet told him to kill Ben. Juliet is then kicked out of the operating room. In the flashback, we get a backstory on Juliet. Her sister is in the hospital getting treated for cancer. Juliet has been feeding her an experimental drug in secret that will allow her to have a baby after the chemotherapy. Juliet has been sneaking into the lab where she works to steal the medicine and gets caught by her ex-husband/boss. He asks her to work with her on testing her sister. She is contacted by Richard Alpert, who works for a company called Middleos Bioscience. She is offered a position in Portland office where they are interested in her fertility research. Juliet turns it down, saying that her ex-husband won't let her go unless he gets hit by a bus. When Juliet gets home, her sister is there and tells her that the treatment worked and that she is pregnant. The next day, Juliet talks to her ex, and he wants to publish the data, but she doesn't want to. He gets mad and isn't paying attention and steps out into the road and is hit by a bus. She then goes to the morgue, and Richard Alpert and Ethan meet her there, and Juliet remembers her comment about her ex being hit by a bus. But he says that he doesn't remember it and that she is just misremembering or just upset that he died. They know about her sister's pregnancy and want Juliet to work with them for 6 months. Juliet wants to bring her sister, but they say it is a remote facility, not quite in Portland. Back on the island, Kate and Sawyer are trying to escape from the island where they are being held. They meet up with Alex, who helps them hide and tells them that she has a boat so that they can get off the island. She tells them that she will help them if they help her rescue her boyfriend Carl. She brings them to a different building on the island where he is being held and tricks the guard into allowing them to get close by saying that Alex captured them. They knock him out and go inside and find Carl watching a video with loud music and some sort of video going along with it as a torture method. Ben is awake during the surgery and heard Jack tell Tom about Juliet. After talking to her privately, she tells Jack to finish the surgery and that she will help Kate and Sawyer escape. Jack agrees and completes it. Sawyer, Alex, Carl, and Kate are on the beach and are found by Danny, who is the guy who had been trying to kill Sawyer, but because he can kill them, but before he can kill them, he is shot by Juliet. She says that they can leave except for Alex because Ben will want to see her. Juliet goes back to the facility and tells Jack and Ben that Ben promised that she could leave the island if she let Ben live and help Sawyer and Kate escape. So Ben definitely has a change of heart here with allowing Jack and Juliet to leave, who are the only 2 doctors on the island. So I kind of wonder if he has some sort of other plan or something else is going on to make sure that they don't actually leave. But they seem happy and he got the results that he wanted and he's really good at manipulation, so who knows. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with other Lost fans.